Pomodoro is a famous and a beautifully simple productivity technique that works for many people, including myself. And if you are one of us, please consider checking out the app I'm working on. It's called Flow Petals. You can find it at flowpetals.app. Yes, there are about a trillion apps that implement the technique out there, and actually you don't even need an app to practice it. The inventor of the technique, Francesco Cirillo, used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer to practice it, hence the name. Still, I feel the need to create yet another app, mainly because I just didn't find one that checked all the boxes for me. Let me show you how it comes together right now. If you like it, feel free to try it at flowpetals.app. It works in the browser, so you don't need to install anything. All the data is stored on your device, so no sign up is required and it's completely free. So let's get to it. When you first open the app, it's just a clock face. And that's actually one of its uses. Sometimes I just put it in a full screen mode on a second monitor to have the clock visible all the time. I think it looks pretty neat. Now, if you tap on the clock, it will start the Pomodoro timer. A progress bar will appear along the minutes to help you visualize the scale of the current session and its progress. When the session is over, you will notice a little bar that appeared on the edge of the clock face. Each productive session is displayed like this, visualizing productivity over the past 12 hours. When you have many sessions throughout the day, it starts to look like a flower with petals, hence the name of the app. There are also some basic task management capabilities. You can create tasks, and every time you create one, you can assign a color to it. This color will be used for the petals. All petals are saved to the history, and there are statistics that help visualize productive sessions over time. You can also change the current task during an active session. Here's the feature I was missing in most Pomodoro timer apps. In Flow Petals, you can specify the exact time when the session should start. I like my sessions to be aligned to precise intervals, starting and ending on round times down to the second. Another rare feature which is somewhat controversial is that Flow Petals lets you pause your sessions. This goes a bit against the spirit of the technique, which suggests that sessions should not be interrupted. But in practice, I often encounter situations when I just need to pause the session and continue after a short break. Like when you get a phone call or when the food delivery is at the door, it doesn't make much sense to abandon your productivity session and start over after just a couple of minutes. It also doesn't feel right to let the timer keep running when you're not actually working on the task. In situations like that, pausing makes perfect sense to me. Additionally, you can stop the current session. You can cancel the current session, which will stop the timer, and the progress won't be saved to the history. And you can skip the current cycle. If you're in a Pomodoro session, it will skip to the rest cycle. And if you're in the rest cycle, it will skip to the next Pomodoro session. There's also a time tracking mode in Flow Petals. After starting the timer, it will run a productive session indefinitely until you stop it. You can pause or cancel such sessions too. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's a very minimal and focused app. Again, I encourage you to try it. Go to flowpetals.app and give it a run. Any feedback, comments or feature requests are very welcome. Keep your focus blooming. Bye!